Alright, hello. This video is to follow up on the Sin Cos Tan trigonometry ratios we did the other day. And so I have just one warm-up question for you to kind of review where you have an angle on a side and then you have to use Sin Cos Tan to find the missing side. So pause the video, try this one, and then you can unpause it and watch the answer. Alright, so here we go. If we're missing a side, basically, I always kind of label them first. So here's my angle, and then this W represents the side or the leg opposite that angle. And then 17, you could argue is adjacent. It is adjacent, but it's the long one. So it's not the adjacent side, it's actually the hypotenuse. So op hypotenuse would be sine. So the setup is the sine of a 54-degree angle has to equal our ratio of op to hypotenuse, which is W over 17. And then basically from here to solve this one, normally I make this into a ratio and then just do my cross products. On the calculator, we should get something like 0.81 over 1 equals W over 17. And then if I do my cross products, it's just 17 times 0.81, which is like 13.75 approximately. And then W times 1 is just W. So our missing side here, the W side, is a little bit less than 14. Right? And it kind of makes sense if the hypotenuse is 17, we get something less than that for our leg here. All right, so today's lesson is going to be very similar. The difference being we're going to be missing the angle. So in this case, we had a missing side, and then there's also, you can use Sin Cos Tan to find missing angles. All right, so just kind of a review of what we're doing is we're doing the regular sine function for that previous example where we had like a 54-degree angle. I think it was right here. And so we sent it into our little calculator and it got us the known sine ratio. All right, the ratio between sines, remember just the ratio between the opposite and the hypotenuse side. So basically what this says is like a 10-degree angle. Right, that's a pretty small angle right here, attempting to draw it there. So our opposite to hypotenuse isn't going to be a very big number because the opposite side is pretty small relative to the hypotenuse. All right, so what you can also do is go in the reverse of that. So if you happen to know the ratio of opposite and hypotenuse, you can use the inverse function to take the ratio and give you the angle. So it's really just reversing the sine function. You put in a ratio and it gives you the known angle. Right, and so that would be inverse sine, which they denote with this little sign minus 1. All right, so you can use these inverse ones to turn ratios into angles. Okay, so here's your first example of that, is we're missing the angle this time. And again, we have to figure out Sin Cos Tan, what is the one we're going to use. So I have my little SOHCAHTOA here to help me remember it. And for this one, the 3 is opposite the angle, and the 4 is adjacent. So those are the two legs. And op adjacent is tan. So I just basically know that the tan of my angle x, that ratio is 3 opposite to adjacent, 3 to 4. So to find x, basically you just do inverse tan. So x is going to be tan minus 1, and then you send in the ratio of 3/4, and it'll get you the angle for x. Okay, so to see how this works on the calculator, sorry I don't have my whole calculator here, but here's my tan, and so I just got to go second, and then that'll give me inverse tan, and then just pass in my ratio of 3 divided by 4, and enter. Okay, and if you don't get what you see here, check the mode. There's a mode button. It's not showing up on my screen here, but if you hit mode, make sure that it is in degrees and not radians. All right, so this is telling us it should be about, let's call it about like 37 degrees. So going back to the problem, this gives us 37 degrees about for angle x. Okay. One more for you to try, and again, I'd pause the video, try it, and then come back and start watching and check your answer. All right, so I'm going to start with, is it a Sin Cos Tan problem? And so we have opposite angle x and hypotenuse. So that would be sine again for this one. So I'm going to say sine of angle x equals opposite 5.2 over hypotenuse 13. And then again, to find x, I just have to do inverse sine on my calculator. So sine minus 1, 5.2 over 13. Right? And so it should look, I don't know, this should be something like 30-ish degrees, right? So we'll do it on our calculator here quick and check. So sine minus 1, 5.2 divided by 13. And so we get, I was off a little bit, but about 23.6 degrees. Okay, so a summary is there's two types of problems for Sin Cos Tan, roughly. I mean, there's a lot of different variations, but roughly they fall into these two categories. Pause the video here for a second and figure out which one of these is like the regular one and which one is an inverse. So just pause it quick and then I'll be with you in a second. Okay, so the first one looks like it's a cosine one. We have adjacent and hypotenuse, and this would be the regular cos. So we would just do cos, and since we have the angle, we can pass in the angle. We don't have to use the inverse cos or anything like that, and then you just do adjacent over hypotenuse, right? And then blah, 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 you could solve it from there. Second one, we're missing the angle. That's the hint that it's inverse, and this one is the two legs, op to adjacent. So this would be a tan one, so all you do is inverse tan and then pass in the ratio 33 opposite to adjacent 56, and that will get you the angle x. Right, so if you're missing an angle, use inverse. If you're missing a side, use the regular. The rest of this lesson is just going to be sample ACT questions because the way they ask this is different each time. So I'm going to throw up some questions. Here's your first one. And I would encourage you to pause it and then think through the question and then unpause it and check your answer. Hopefully you already had a chance to think this one through. This is actually what we were just doing, where if I wanted to find this angle, I would end up using inverse tan because I have opposite and adjacent, so that'd be TOA. And so the setup would be, I would type tan, or I would say tan of my angle theta is equal to the ratio of op to adjacent, and then we could solve this by doing inverse tan. So they're just looking for the initial setup, so that would be letter G. And again, then you do inverse tan to actually find the measure. Okay, again, for each of these, I would pause them and think it through and then unpause it. All right, so hopefully you had a chance to look at this. We want angle M and we want its sine. So we want its opposite to hypotenuse. So the tricky part is we know the bottom number in our ratio is going to be 12, but we don't know what this side is, right? And so this is the, in a right triangle, this will come up for sure on the ACTs. If you're missing a side, you'd have that theorem from Mr. Pythagoras that says leg squared plus leg squared. So we have a missing side here, has to equal hypotenuse squared. And then we can use that to solve it. So if you square the two numbers, it is 100 and 144. So minus 100, get 44, and then take the square root of both sides. And so on this one, you can just leave it as a root. Like if you look at our answer choices, they have root 44 in them. So our sine ratio would be opposite, which is root 44, over hypotenuse, which would be 12. So op to hypotenuse looks like letter K is the right choice here. Okay, another one for you. Look like, sorry, letter E got cut off here. See if I can get it all on the screen. All right, there we go. This one's getting more complex for sure. So I think in general, the ACT, they get harder as you go. So this is number 53. So this is a pretty hard one. But pause it and think it through. Alrighty, so on this particular question, I'm going to start on the inside of this and work my way out. So basically, we have tan minus 1 of A over B. And so that's going to get us the measure of one of the angles. Remember, inverse tan takes a ratio and then gets you an angle. And so the trick is like which angle is it, right? So it's sin, cos, tan are always for the two little acute angles. And so I have the opposite is, so tan is opposite, and then opposite over adjacent. So I know op and adjacent. So in this case, maybe I'll write these out to not make it too confusing there. So the angle that has an opposite side of A and an adjacent side of B, that would be this one right here. Right, I'll try to highlight it. That one, its opposite is A and its adjacent is B. Right, so basically this tells us that this is the measure or the value for this angle here. I'll call it angle 1 or something. Right, so that angle is the angle we're dealing with. So basically all of this will just get us the measure of angle 1. So now I want to do the cosine for angle 1. Right, once I figure this out, I want to do the cosine. And so the cosine for this angle would be, let's see, cosine would be adjacent and hypotenuse. So for this particular angle, its adjacent side is B, and its hypotenuse is this crazy looking expression there, which I'm going to struggle to write here a little bit, but a squared plus b squared and then the square root of that. So the cosine ratio for that one is our answer. Right, so we use this inverse tan to find the angle we're talking about, and then use the cosine ratio for that angle would be b over a squared plus b squared, and then the square root of that. Okay, that's it. So what you have coming next is, now that you've taken these notes, look through some of these, then there's a homework assignment that has kind of random ACT practice questions on them. Some of them might involve sin, cos, tan, but a lot of them won't. It's just to give you some general practice. And on those questions, remember, if you get stuck at all, you can post in the questions blog, just post, hey, I didn't get number 8. Can you go over it? And I'll make a video or do an explanation for you to help you out. All right, again, sorry I'm gone. Hope it's going okay for you. Yeah, email me or post questions in the blog if you have them. All right, thanks.